yesterday we discussed like okay. Yesterday we discussed like how the DP document for non-PO is working and how it is posting. So all those things we discussed, right? So today also we'll post one document, then we'll go with the approval workflow configuration. So I'll give posting this as 11 and document it as 11. Let it stop in one or place business rule. So it is validate accounting data level, it is stopped. So let me go to Vim Workplace. So what is a message? Output tax is allowed. E0 is not allowed. Okay, there is a tax code issue. So I'll just give 0i instead of E0. Click on apply rules. Flow is entirely like a configuration, whatever we have done. So entirely is same. So like whatever BDC IDs will be different because we are posting in a financial document. So that is the reason the BDC IDs for this DP document type is different basically. So if I go to NPO 7am, the default process type business BDC IDs whatever we have, this is slightly different than the PO. Rest all configuration is same. We created all these process types, we sequenced yesterday all these process types and we assigned logic for each process type, and then we indexed a screen. So we made all these things what each one is doing, and then header screen and item screen. So like we have done same way, like let's say refresh, so it is posted. Oh, even the date we given in a different way also it is posted. If there is no exception, then it will automatically posted. Yeah. So
Ram, for a non-PO invoice, from where data is speaking? Because for a PO invoice, data is speaking from PO level. For
mm.
non-PO means from where E0 is speaking.
E0 tax code usually from vendor code. See, non-PO tax code always pick from vendor code, default tax code, and if it is there is a change in the taxation in the vendor, then it will trigger like this exception. We also have another process type called tax code invalid tax info. You can plug in that basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have other tax code called invalid tax info. So that if you take, so it will go. So 126 or 226.
Means for non-PO invoices, for all the data coming from vendor master, right?
In all the invoice, all the data means it will not come all the data from vendor master. See, vendor master data So here in non-PO invoice, here show detail panel. Vendor number will come in the invoice only. Company code will come from invoice. Company code will come from invoice, or either it will determine the company code. And what we are getting from the invoice, we are getting reference number, gross amount, euros. This we are already getting. So rest all information, whatever line item level, this cost center GL account, APS team is providing. They have to provide manually, right?
Manually.
Yes, they need to
Okay.
provide because this is their internal data. No one will hold the data, or else we have a certain methods, automatic COA, automatic coding. Okay, this particular company code and this particular supplier sent an invoice, do auto coding. That automation is also there, but usually auto coding sometimes will be, they want to change all those things, right? So I'll explain you those activities, how to do this accounting data alone. There is a pain point here. Rest all is a header data only, right? So BCC will extract that data simply. So you no need to populate anything. Only tax information automatically logical module processing will bring. Okay. And rest all
Okay.
document date, supply date, this all are anyway it's coming. So expense type and requester email, this is like approval workflow level initially they'll provide. So this is like few
Okay.
details need to given by APS team, and few details it will come from the invoice copy,
Okay.
right? So today we'll start approval workflow configuration. Before starting approval workflow, we can just run through one parking approval, parking uh, based flow. Then we'll go for invoice approval flow. So that we'll take this one in the next class completely from end to end. How to park an invoice, non-PO invoice, parked reason, and then workflow will be triggered. And posted approval also you can do. That setup I'll explain you if you want, then there's no issue. That we will discuss after
And
invoice approval.
Ram,
Yeah.
Ram, what about RFC connection? That needs to set also, na? RFC connection.
What RFC connection?
IDC channel, RFC connection. What incoming document processing? We need to maintain those, right? Under
That,
incoming
yeah,
document
those
processing.
and all is there. You don't worry. There's all here.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
BCC channel configuration, and if we have normal channels configuration we have here. See, this one will take one class in the sense one or 2 hours class, and here we have this one will take 3-4 hours class. Okay, and then this one 3 hours. So still we are, so almost 60% we are completed. Still 40% is there. No worries. Okay.
Okay.
So non-PO parking invoice flow. So parking is not suggestible first thing again, but I'm explaining you so that maybe in the existing projects if somewhere they are using, you no need to confuse. So that is the reason I'm just explaining those. So In existing flow, invoice is parked and given to AP processor, right? Invoice is parked by APS team and super user will post an invoice manually. So with the new flow, whenever invoice is parked, system will automatically send the work item to super user. New implementations, we should not suggest this. So create a role for parking. So where we will create /n/opt/cp_9cx5. So here we need to create parking rule. Parking rule is nothing but PIR for non-PO. GVIM APS7 AP processor. Oh, it's already there. We will use same role. Create a role.
For PO invoice, it's already maintained, I think.
Yeah, we created for that, right? So same role we can use. Same role because APS team super users in companies same, right? So we no need to create again separately. 9cx5 is the transaction code. Create a role. Next, assign role to parked region. So to go to parked region, so here under this non-PO based configuration, okay, under this you will see parked invoice processing. This tabs itself is removed in future packages. Like when they release full-fledged package for HANA, so they removed this package completely. Park region maintenance, and then you can go here. Vendor maintenance required. Change to your role ZAPS 7 ZVM APS 7. Okay, click on save. So I'll write it down here. Under invoice management, non-PO based invoice configuration. Parked processing configuration. Park reason
Ram,
mentioned.
what about triggering parking workflow?
Triggering parking workflow, we are doing it the BDC ID. We are changing it the DP document type, right? So here it will trigger automatically. You getting? Whenever you park, we saw
Yeah,
for
yeah.
PO, right? So when we change the BDC
Yeah.
IDs, when we are parking, we given the parked reason in the DP document type level. So based on that, it is
Oh,
triggering. So this BDC ID we given at the DP document type level. So select parked reason, click on details, change the initial actor, click on save. Next, assign buttons to parked reason. Go to technical details, advanced process option, PSS user OST. Here parked reason V is nothing for block reason V is nothing but the park reason uh, button. So here go under same configuration, same parked configuration. Under that we have technical configuration. Advanced process option configuration. PSS user process options OST. Execute. Here you provide block reason as V, assign buttons to your role, but reason V. So what we need? We need only posting buttons, basically change and post non-PO invoice, cancel the non-PO invoice. So change and post non-PO invoice, option type B, and V If you want additional buttons, you can add. That is up to your requirement. So here, is there any delete non-PO invoice? Do we have anything like this? Yeah, here we have 2019. So block reason V from actor GVM AP S7 GVM 7 buttons 2019. Save. So now next is we need to change BDC at DP level. So here triggering point, now we need to assign same DP document type, change. So document type, maintain document. So here /opt/spro document processing configuration, document type configuration, maintain document types, so here ZNPO7M document processing. Thirteen, 14, parked reason 252. So here the flow will be started. The invoice is parked and with the parking reason, then the work whatever role which we have in the parked reason, it will trigger the workflow to that role. So let's make, so BDC transaction ID, background transaction ID, auto flag equal to park reason. Okay, shall we execute the document? So let's go to 7x2 and we'll execute the document. Everything I'll provide now. So then we'll see how it will be. Execute. 598. Apply roles. So it went and sat in the process non-PO OCR. So here what I'll do, I forgot to assign a button called park non-PO invoice. So let me assign that. Here we are.
In this case, any background issues is coming, right?
No background issues. Basically, button background. Yes, exactly. So background issue is like which is unable to park automatically due to this selection valid function due to some BDC ID related issues. Usually, park reason is not suggestible to use, right? So there it is checking even still like the other parking reasons. Some input is not allowing. So that I'll show you now what input it is not allowing. Park reason input is not allowing.
Okay.
So that is the reason we are going with the button. So park invoice button, and I'll also give post non-PO invoice button. Basically, it has to be there. Basically, 20. So I'm just clicking on park non-PO invoice. So here, see select valid function. Next options. There is a BDC. This parked BDC ID itself is some problem. So let's make that. Oh, oops. It is automatically parked. So in this case, we need to check BDC ID issues actually. What is a BDC ID issue? Why it is coming, all those things. Okay, 13 is the one which I want to use.
Why 27 is maintained? It should be 13, right?
Yes, yes. Maybe, see, like you, there may be other people working, right? So they're doing their own. We need to see. 27 is also a park reason option. Yeah, they given this also. Nothing is there here. That is a problem. So what I need to do? I need to replace with 13. Again, recreate one more document. So here, validate accounting data. It is coming. Hmm. So here, click on Park Invoice. It is not asking the parking function. Why? Okay. So it will, if once we park, then it should trigger the parking workflow. Okay. So I need to check rollout criteria. I forgot this. And given here, I need to give document type KR. Let's make now. Let's try last one. 599.
Means under detail steps also need to provide GL, gross amount, everything, right?
These and all will come from automatically from the front end. Basically, some BDC ID issue we do not require, so that's the reason we are not fixing. That's it. Arc. Now it is coming park reason. So this park reason comes.
Yeah.
We will select the park reason. You click on OK. Then what will happen? So if I give enable this rollout criteria, right? Each one of
Yeah.
them they will get this pop-up. Means even though they are doing outside Vim also, this park reason pop-up will come. So that is the reason. Make sure that you should not enable this rollout criteria for non-PO. So it's a not suggestible park reason workflow, but even though just for configuration you should know. So that is the reason I've triggered. But make sure that the rollout criteria is off. Okay, now let's execute. Then let's bring back that configuration. So 600 invoice is parked with park reason. We'll wait for few moments. Then it will trigger the workflow. So if you want to trigger it early, sorry, not a program. So you can go to the rollout criteria itself. We have one more event linkages. So here we can include that event linkages. Sometimes event linkages will take more time in the background. So receiver type. It is not triggering. So again in this some issues are there in this FM. It's okay, we'll leave this. So basically, so it will trigger the workflow, then that guy will take an action that we saw for PO at least. Okay, we'll bring back to the normal mode instead of parking mode. So go to SPRO. Just we need to switch off the rollout criteria first thing. The document types you remove KR. And then go to here, bring back to BDC ID to normal mode. No need to go for park reason configuration because we are already parked in Vim. No need to park. That is what the suggestion which we need to give for new implementations. So whatever actions they want to perform, all those things they can perform in the existing Vim. Now whatever we have. Okay, so let's discuss about approval workflow. Non-PO approval workflows. We have three types of approval workflows.
Ram, if you can show how debit line or credit line is automatically picking, then it will be helpful for PO invoice.
Debit line, credit line, that is what, so what I said, Anlika. So we'll discuss that at the BCC execution time. So
Okay.
in BCC, when you scan an invoice, it will,
Yeah.
if you scan the credit memo, then it will take it as a credit memo. If you scan an invoice, then it
Oh,
will take as a invoice. That is where the difference. Nothing is different. Same screen, same, everything is same.
okay, okay. So we cannot do anything by using the logic module processing.
No, 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 no. We are not doing anything over there. It's a
Okay,
BCC will decide whether your scanned invoice is a credit memo or an invoice.
okay, okay.
So three types of approval workflows. So first, these are all the major things part basically, and then the channels configuration. Channels configuration will be used and the communication, what data extracting and decision makers. End of the day, what data is extracted based on that it will take the decision.
Okay.
So here, three types of approval workflows is one is header level flow, parallel line item level approval flow, and the other one is parallel parallel line item based approval workflow. Sequential line item based, parallel line item based approval work. So header based approval flow is like, I'll take an example. So I have three line items, let's say. I have three line items in invoice. Let's make two line items. Two line item invoice. First line item is first line item is 50,000. Second line item is 1 lakh. So gross amount of invoice is 1,50,000. Okay. So in case like approval flow, so approval level 1 has up to 5,000 limit. Approval level 2 is up to 50,000, 51,000, let's say. Approval level 3 is 1 lakh. Approval level 4 is up to 5 lakhs. Approval level 5 is up to 9999. Okay. So now we have these many approval levels. Each amount limit for approval levels also we given. So in case of header level workflow, what it will do, it will take always gross amount as your approval level, and whichever line item has highest amount, those cost centers it will trigger the approval workflow. Let's say here cost center is 2 3 2 300. Will define this also, like 1,000 is the cost center here for this 1,000, and here we have 1,100 cost center, 1,100. Okay, so now 1,000, 1,100. Okay, so users also will define for each cost center. So that example, cost center 1,100, 1,000 first, 1,100. Level 1 is GVM 6. Level 2 is GVM 7. Level 3
Ram, can you provide me those password for GVM3, GVM4, GVM6?
uh, basically not suggestible. The server guy will again charge more. I'm just
Okay, so
using
can I
temporary
actually,
purpose.
okay, and actually for checking blocking workflow, need to go to that
You can give
user,
your
that's why.
user ID only. You can give your user ID only in the blocking workflow. It will go. It will work. Same user.
But how I can check another user is forwarding
Role
or
will be
not means
changed,
anything
right?
like that.
Role will be changed. In the
Okay,
VA2, role name
okay,
will
okay,
be changed.
okay, okay.
So GVM9. I'll check in case like if any visibility. I'll ask, and I need to get this for temporary access for with them. So GVM 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for 1,000, sorry, for 1,100, control Z. So for 1,100, this is the flow. Let's say duplicate slide. 1000. So now, in case of header level workflow, which users it will go? See, header level workflow. So it will trigger the approvals based on gross amount, header level gross amount, and highest gross amount at line item, and it will choose cost objects related to highest gross amount at line item. So nothing but, so here what I am saying is, so it will be based on 1,50,000 only, header level workflow means. But here if you have 100 line items also, it will check whichever is the line item which have highest gross amount, that cost object related details it will take, and it will go to that cost object details related users. So here cost object 1000. So where is the 1100 related? Cost object 1100 related users are gone. I'll maintain here. Hello, you're able to hear me?
Yes, Ram.
Okay. Okay, then I'll stop here. I'm getting some connection issues.
Okay. So
So
next class will be on
on
15th, right?
yeah, so on 15th we'll have a 4 hour session, a 3 to 4 hour session
Okay.
per day, and then
Okay.
because again 1 week gap is going to come, right? So
Yeah.
so again 21st or 22nd we'll finish the batch. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When we can start on 15th?
15th, same morning time, 7:30. Okay.
Okay.
I will schedule
Okay.
a meeting request. I'll send out a meeting request. So just 7:30 to around 10:30 like that. We'll give some breaks
Okay. But
and we'll continue. Yeah.
yeah, that I'm asking. Yeah.
No, no,
Take
no.
it.
It's not
Okay.
continuous. So some breaks will be there in between. So don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
And today and yesterday's session, please,
I've already uploaded.
class document, please provide.
Yeah, I've already uploaded. I'm not sending mail because you are already aware like that. I've already uploaded
Yeah, in
into,
Drive I got.
yeah, in Drive.
No, I am asking for this PPT.
Haha,
PPT
PPT
and
you want.
you
Okay,
say,
PPT I will send it out to you.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Thank
also
you.
streamlining that remaining documents related to process line item logics related documents also. I'm preparing slowly. I'll prepare and
Okay,
keep it
okay,
in the drive. Okay.
okay. And you will show that Fury apps documentation, right? You will provide us Fury apps configuration.
Fury apps configuration, I'll just provide you where the document, because we do not have anything in our system. So I'll
Yeah.
provide you like where it is located. One document I'll send it
Okay.
out later. Yeah, not now.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.